Dude, you're really not allowed to be attractive and autistic. There's just, it's too much for the holistic brain to receive that, like, they can't look down on you for having autism, but also respect you and look up at you for being attractive. That shit is so sad. I'm just going to reference, and I've talked about pretty privilege too, and autism or like neurodivergence collectively, but I really want to like touch on this point specifically because I just was on Instagram. Side note, Instagram, can you only show the people that you follow on that app? Like, why are we doing the sponsored recommended stuff? Like, if you want to do a business app, why don't you do an Instagram business ads app for just like people who want to buy shit all day? But that's besides the point. So one of these posts is, I don't know if you know this girl. Her name is Hot Blockchain, but she makes a post and references having autism. And she's definitely conventionally attractive. But I go to the comment section to see like, okay, like this is a conventionally attractive person saying that they have autism. So maybe this is the first step into opening up the door, at least for like, okay, more conversations about people looking within, looking to their experiences and their lifestyle and behaviors and being able to accept the autism within themselves, because that's going to be the first step into collectively creating standards to not only accept but appreciate autism in the world. I know it sounds fucked up and surface level, but it's like this world needs to be attracted to you first, and then they'll start receiving what you're saying. It doesn't matter if you were walking around with the truth. If you aren't somebody like that the people can consume in more ways than just the value that you're producing, it's going to be very difficult to really get yourself out there. So to my dismay, and also mind you, this is also like, oh, conventionally attractive woman too. So it's all like a lot of just men that hate women also in there, just trying to find something to say, like trying to get their 2 cents in to just like beat down on like, oh, you're a woman, you don't know anything about life. Especially if you have autism or not. Because I know, me, a internet commenter, keyboard warrior, knows more about you and how to diagnose you than you do. But I keep getting lost from the point here. What I'm trying to say is that the comments are all sitting here invalidating the fuck out of this chick. And I'm like, how do you know more? How do you know more? How do you, somebody in the comment section of the internet who just doesn't want to admit that you feel uncomfortable that now these trends aren't just to consume anymore. These trends are now for you to start appreciating the differences in people. But all you care about is something to consume or somebody to, oh, that's my role model, somebody to look up to. And it's just like, you have to understand that we're different human beings. And I have to extend that out to say, you guys do not accept autism in the real world. Like, that's why I spend all this time making these videos and engaging with people on the internet and being able to just live my life on my pace in the real world. Because you guys don't like autistic people. You like attractive people because you can use them for your social capital. But now you have an attractive person with autism. Now it doesn't just fuck up your brain because you don't know how to respect that, because you don't know how to appreciate it, because you don't know how to understand it, because you're ignorant, but also now you have to change your lifestyle to accommodate the way this person actually is, or else you're going to have to force them to mask and be so apart from who they really are to just exist around you. So again, you can use them and their attractiveness for your social capital to get into parties, to make connections, to do things that you would never do because you said it, not me. But I'm going to wrap all that around to saying, one, self-diagnosis is valid as fuck because it's expensive to get tested. But understand this. Autism is not a label. Neurodivergence is not a stagnant label that you put on yourself and now you just are this. This is a journey you are going on because the world has neglected investing in doing research on this and actually caring for human beings that are outside of the neurotypical norm. We as autistic people have to take as much time as we do in the world to make sure we understand ourselves and we accept ourselves for the differences that the world isn't willing to accept until we get to a point where we're just popular enough to be cool or like different. And I'm so glad that I've been posting videos on here, especially about my autism, because I guarantee you there's nobody, like, in my real world, bro, like, it's not nobody, but like, yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that like isn't gonna just like throw some jab about like, oh, that's so autistic, referencing like saying something stupid or something's just like dumb. But yeah. All right, I'd like to extend the last part of this video to just say, this is why, not even why I isolate, but like I really sit and I really only care to make autistic friends at this point, bro. And hopefully we can create a world where like we can have autistic cities where we are humanized for once. We are not either fetishized because of being attractive or being super intelligent, or we're not dehumanized for not being able to like be hands and knees slaves to capitalism, because that's just not how our bodies are meant to function. But you know what? Whatever. The main thing, I know I keep rambling on, but like the main thing that makes me so disappointed is just like, there's one just disappointing realization when the other person realizes, oh, this person's attractive. And then they're like, oh, you're autistic though. And that's fucking weird. And then there's another thing when it's like, I meet somebody and I'm like, oh my goodness, like you seem autistic. And I realize, oh, wait a second. That's not, no, you're not. You're just mirroring what I'm doing. And then there's the other thing where it's like, oh, I don't actually like you. I just like the other things that come with having you around because I couldn't get them on my own. And it's like, so there is no room for me. These are all just thoughts here. If you're sexy and you have autism, bro, just start posting content, bro. These people are fake anyway.